Ailey Studios, the home of Alvin and Ailey American Dance Theater in New York, New York. I think a lot of people that don't really know about the arts, they always go, it must be so great to dance every day. It must be so fun. And yes, it is fun, but sometimes I wish they'll ask, how much does it take? I always knew that I wanted to dance, but I didn't have the knowledge or education about where I wanted to go, or even if I was gonna make it a career. And I used to have teachers come in and be like, you are gonna be an Ailey dancer, or you remind me of an Ailey dancer, like manifesting that stuff onto me, and I had no idea. It wasn't until high school that the Ailey company was kind of revealed to me. And immediately, I was like, that's me. I kind of get lost on stage. I feel like as dancers, that's why we take class to gain our technique, and the technique will never fail you. And the technique is for you to be able to emote. I pray before I go on stage. There's this thing that I say, remove me and replace me with your spirit, because the choreographer story needs to be told. So there's something in me that I have to remove so the story can come across to the audience members. Yeah, I get lost, yeah. Sometimes after the performances, we have like a Q&A, and there have been plenty of people who say that they've been seeing the company since the 60s. It means a lot, it's major, and the fact that I'm even in this company, that people feel that way about us, means that we are doing what we're supposed to do. We are living out Ailey's vision. The new piece that we are debuting tomorrow is called Ounce of Faith. It's choreographed by Darrell Grant Moultrie. Ounce of Faith is about when somebody just has an ounce of belief in you, it can change your whole entire world. It's so funny because the first section is dedicated to that old style. It's jazz music, it's fun, and the last section of that piece is geared towards the new current dance moves or the new current dancers now. I think he's all about creating happiness on stage in the world full of pain, and there's a lot going on right now. I think he wants the audience to forget about society for a minute, and not forget about it, but just have a safe place to look at these dancers on stage and feel happy and inspired and joy. I think he wants the audience members to feel joy. Revelations, I feel like it's timeless. It's an old masterpiece from Alvin and Ailey, but I think it's timeless because it's about Ailey's blood memories, but it also relates to today's society and what's going on in the world. He grew up in the church, so you will hear a lot of Negro spirituals going on. It goes from Ivan Butte, which is the first section, which is kind of the turmoil of African Americans, and then the last section is us rejoicing, us overcoming it all. So it kind of goes through the historic timeline of the African American culture. I think that's why Ailey created this piece, was for non-African Americans to have a chance to come into our world and learn something about how the African American experience felt to us. I feel like, though, with Revelations, not only was it about telling our story, but I think he wanted the world to be united. It was created in 1960, so the style of dance back then was completely different from today. So I think the meaning of both kind of coincides with each other, but the style is totally different. So I will say between Ounce of Faith and Revelations it is the same type of feeling, but in a different day. This process was so challenging for me because I learned that I had a little bit of insecurity in me, a little bit. Darrell Grant Moultrie, who's also like a mentor to me, they say it takes a village, right? He really pushes me beyond my limit, and when you're dancing, you have to be in your zone. And sometimes I tend to like do this thing with my eyes that I do. And he noticed it right away. It is not my eyes, but it was a deeper source in why I was doing it. And immediately I was like, oh my God, he was like, are you seeking validation? Are you, and I immediately was like, oh wow. I had to do some self-work and meditate and just be in it and just be like, this is your story. You have a story to tell. You need to just be in it and be in tuned and forget about the noise. It's just background noise. You have a message to give to the audience and nothing else matters. And that's what I learned from that. Just be all in. As an artist, you have to be all in because somebody in the audience needs to be healed.